Chris Lukeman. I'm the owner and principal director for Kill Vampire Lincoln Productions. It's a horror, sci-fi, comedy production company located in Champaign, Illinois. I'm here at Wizard World 2013 promoting mostly our new web series, Once Upon a Time in the 1970s. It's a sci-fi period piece featuring lots of robots, ray guns, and a little bit of disco. I'm here with one of our chief props and antagonists, one of the pimp bots dressed up and hawking our wares. And yeah, the series follows a group of scientist heroes as they're exploring a portal in time and space and kind of the ramifications of time travel happening in the 70s and some of the weird technology that's come about because of it. I also have some of my older films, including The University of Illinois versus a Mummy, was a horror comedy I filmed in college. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. And The Transient, which is where our production company got its name, about a homeless man fighting vampire Abraham Lincoln. We actually filmed this in 2008 before Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter came out. So they're both a lot of fun. 70s movie is actually good, and a lot of our stuff's online. You can find it at killvampirelincoln.com or the 70s website transistorpunk.com. Nobody really seemed to be doing science fiction in the 70s, and I always thought it was a really interesting time period, especially with kind of the production design that time allows itself to. We use a lot of like vacuum tubes, really clunky old technology. Also, I kind of really wanted to make robots, and the 70s seemed like a good fit for the design of robots that I like. Pimp costume aside, very clunky, dirty, like simple or like complicated so that you can see the wires. That's another reason we love the 70s. It's kind of the intersection of when technology became something you could look at and figure out to miniaturization. And I really like, the really heavy toggles, the intersection of you rip something open and you can track the progress of how it works. And that just kind of works as a metaphor for the whole series and what we like to do with the characters.
Did it make it easier for you to make a decision like this since like steampunk took off really big and that was science fiction in a much earlier period?
Oh yeah, well steampunk was kind of at the forethought of our minds. Steampunk's a cool aesthetic. It doesn't really, the Victorian culture didn't really appeal to us as much as kind of the 70s, 80s New York is living hell on earth kind of feel. But yeah, the fact that steampunk was popular made it easier to kind of make the leap into actually building this stuff and putting towards a big investment on the series.
So what's the future of the series?
So we have started releasing the episodes. We have episode 1 up online at transistorpunk.com. And next month we're going to start releasing the other 6 episodes in the first season one by one, once a week, to go along with the Kickstarter. And pretty much we're happy with where the series is. We'd love to do one more big episode. And then if we hit our minimum Kickstarter goal, we're going to do one more half-hour episode, end out the series at about a feature-length project. If the idea really resonates with people, we have a great plan for season 2, but it's getting a little expensive to build all these robots by myself. So
all the props yourself, or do you have...
I do most of the heavy production design. Like I built the robot, but I didn't paint him. Like that's just not a skill set that's in mind. But I'm really practical effects minded, so whenever I'm building one of these things, I keep in mind how we're going to be using them for the camera, how it's going to affect our schedule for the day, and how it's going to look in the final compositing shot, which has been a big relief because it might not seem like it's going to work on set, but I know because of how I constructed it and how the post-production works that it's going to be fine. My wife and I do almost all of the post-production aside from those few things.
Did she get an introduction?
It's my wife, Ann Lukeman, the other half of Kill Vampire Lincoln.
Hi, I'm not wearing mine.
Yeah, she does a lot of the producing work. On set, she's production manager, and she does most of the editing and sound design.
And when are you going to be launching the Kickstarter?
We're hoping to launch the Kickstarter. It should be going in early September. I don't know whether we'll launch it in August or not. But.
And so if people want to check out more, how can they do that?
KillVampireLincoln.com. Oh yeah, check us out on Facebook, Kill Vampire Lincoln or Transistor Punk.
All right.